Okay? Now, Ben, his front heel, his stride heel, is already opened up because we've got our feet pointed the direction that we want to go. We're not in a lateral position. So what Ben is going to show you here is he's going to show you two ways that we try to avoid this. Now, some guys, they throw side to side, and that's okay. Okay? It's all right, as long as they have a good release point. We try to get our guys, if they can, to think back to front. And the difference is that if the front elbow, whatever the front elbow does, the back elbow is going to do the opposite. And whenever the front elbow goes down, the back elbow is going to go up. Okay? So, so I'm sure some of you guys have seen kids who do this. Elbows down and then they push the ball. I know I've seen them. I know there's people in this room doing that. Because I've watched them play catch. They hear it, and they push the ball. Okay? They push the ball because they don't know how to use their elbows. Okay? So if I go like this, if I go elbow up, elbow down, when I react with this other end of the catapult, when it goes down, the basket should technically go up. So I'm here, and that's throwing. Alright? If I go like this, if I go out, my elbow is going to go out. So whatever the front side does, a lot of times the back side is going to react the exact same way. Ben does a pretty good job of getting down. Now when Ben's playing shortstop or Gavin's playing shortstop, how do we want you guys to throw? We get an exchange, we get to a power B right in here. And do we want to go side to side or up and down? Yeah, we want to miss side to side. We want to throw side to side across the line. Okay? We don't want to throw up and down necessarily. Okay? Ben gives us some momentum separation. Shows a good fulcrum. Shows a good front side. And watch what happens to the back side. Good. Okay, so you see ball flight there? Ball flight is moving at a steep angle. If I'm a hitter, and I'm standing in the box, don't throw. And I'm standing in the box, I want to see ball flight moving side to side. Because if I can see ball flight moving side to side, I can be a better judge of trajectory, I can be a better judge of velocity and what's happening. Keep in mind, I have less than a second. I have less than a second to make a decision right here. And the more information I can get, the easier it's going to be for me to hit. If the ball is moving up and down, then it's harder for me to judge what kind of pitch it is. What I mean by this, it's harder for me to judge fastball, changeup, breaking ball. If everything comes out of the same window. And that's what we call deception. Ben, let's give me a couple more. Move up. Low. Good. Excellent. Okay, so these three drills that I just showed you right here, these are our foundation. This is our foundation. This is what we do 2 times a week, and a lot of times we do this on flat ground. Okay, this is the foundation. If you can't do these, you have a hard time moving on to the rest. And what you'll notice is that when you do these drills, it's going to start to clean your arm up a little bit. Your arm's going to start working a little bit better. Most of these guys, when they pitch, they've only done 2 bullpens right now up to this point. But in previous years, their bullpens, they're missing side to side. Now, if you guys are missing, where are you missing? They're just missing up and down. They're around the zone. They're much more around the zone. Okay? Now we're going to mix in breaking balls and changeups this week, and we'll see if their mechanics, stay true to what they've been doing this past week. Okay? So the second part, we talked about having a good break. We talked about having a good fulcrum, working down, working up. The second thing we have to work on, or that we'll start to work on, this is where a lot of times people struggle, but if you don't have a good break, you can't have good gas, is this move right here. Okay? Hit the gas. It's really, really hard. Okay? This is a hard move because everybody struggles with delaying their body. Okay? So when we talk about delaying their body, when we were hitting yesterday, delaying your body, down, turn, chest, barrel separation. It all has to work. Just boom, 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 boom. And to pull it all together is really, really hard because everybody just wants to go heel lift, wants to go foot down, and then everything just wants to turn. Pitching's the exact same way. Okay? You have to be able to delay. A lot of times, what these guys' problem will be in pitching that if they don't let their foot get down and maintain separation, they'll all of a sudden, they won't miss up and down, they'll now miss side to side because their front side will leak and it'll fly over. Okay? So what we do to try to solve this is we do a thing called a drive series and a two-phase pitch drill. Now they haven't done two-phase yet, but they're going to do it this week. You guys remember the drive series? 3 pumps, 3 drives and a throw? Okay, Gavin shows a chest up drive. Gavin, do it in front of the man, please. So Gavin's going to go wide stance, chest up. Okay? And he's going to just drive twice, and on that third drive, he's going to hit. Focusing on. Just like that, okay? So we're going to go ahead and measure where Gavin was, and we're going to see where he ends up. Okay? You give me a ball then. Let me get a starting point with your front foot. So this is where Gavin's starting. Where Gavin ended up. Okay? Now the reason we're doing this is because we're trying to train the gas pedal. If I'm throwing, let's see if I just go in a chest up position, training here, when I get to this position, I want to be able to push off the rubber. Okay? Now, you got to be careful here. We're talking about pushing off the rubber. This is not pushing off the rubber. That's jumping off the rubber. Okay? We're not pushing there. We're jumping. How do we know I'm jumping? Because, did I use the term force vertex yesterday? Yeah. I did use the term force. Okay, what force vertex means what? What part of my body? Ankle, 2, knee. Excellent. If my force vertex is pointing up, which way am I going to go? I'm going to go up, right? If my force vertex is pointing out, which way is my body going to go? It's going to go out. All right? So, if before we can slam on the gas, we have to make sure that our force vertex is going in the right direction. And if I don't get my foot, this is where, if I don't have a good brake, then I'm in trouble. Okay? Ben, show us separation. So Ben's going to do, Ben's going to do 3 drive separation. This right here, this is my absolute favorite drill. Now, there's a new component to this. Gavin's wasn't that tough, he's trying to lead with the chest. Lead with the chest, lead with the chest. Ben's problem is going to be, this is why I'm making Ben do this, because we all know how much he loses separation, is he's got to stay in this position right here as he goes down. And if he starts to leak, he's got to start over. Maintain separation. Go. Okay? Everybody see that? Then do it one more time. We'll do about 3 to 4 of these. Watch his front side, make sure his foot stays out in front of his knee. Good. Excellent. Alright? The next drill that we'll do, you gotta know how to do this. Actually, I'll probably demonstrate this one. This is called the 2-phase drill. And I'm not going to do it here just because we have a little bit of a lip and I don't want to fall. Okay? But a 2-phase drill, we'll go ahead and go into our full mechanics. Okay? I'm going to lift. I'm going to hold separation. Make sure I have separation. And then I'm going to and go. That makes sense? So I'm doing a drive separation at the end of the full mechanic throw. You look at me again, I'll do it again. Do I have this? So the point of this is, can we keep our separation? Do I look okay? Okay, so from here, I'm going to go ahead, I'm not turning that foot for whatever reason. And there I go. Alright, everybody understand that? That's a 2-phase drill. That's really, really hard. It's a really, really hard drill. So when we get through those fundamental drills, we'll do those twice a week. Before we throw a bullpen, we'll do another set of drills that trains all of that stuff. The brake, the gas, the fulcrum on the front side, and trains our core. Let's go extension. Chest up extension. What we do every bullpen day. Every bullpen day. So first drill we have here is chest up extension. Oh, yeah. really chest up, it's more or less just extension. Now Gavin doesn't have to be, he wants to try to maintain external rotation. Okay? He's leaning forward, and when he takes his foot up, he's actually going to take his foot up, and he's going to try to straighten it as he throws. This is really, 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 really hard. Don't expect a tremendous amount of velocity here. You tired yet? Go ahead. Okay, see that move right there? That's what we're trying to create. Justin Verlander. Everybody knows Justin Verlander, right? Justin Verlander has the absolute best pitch efficiency, spin rate in all of Major League Baseball. That's why he's able to do what he does. He kind of lost it a little bit. He was really dominant, and then all of a sudden he lost it. This is the adjustment that Justin Verlander made. Go ahead and do it again, Gavin. He figured out how to do this better than anybody in Major League Baseball. That right there. Because what that does is that creates an even stronger break, and now all of a sudden, when his arm moves to the zone, his arm speed is much better because he has a much better break that he's slamming on, and now all of a sudden his pitch has much more revolutions as it comes out of his hand. Okay? And that's why Justin Verlander is really, really good at it. Because he figures that part out. Ben, give me an extension, just like that. No, separation, chest up. Okay, see Ben, he struggles a little bit with it. You want to go again, Ben? You guys running on balls. He rolls up on that toe. Part of the reason why he's rolling up on the toe is because he's not driving his heel down. Try to do one more, drive your heel down. Toe up, get your heel down. Get that heel on the ground. Lean forward, lean forward. Go again. I want the extension. Chest extension. Out front, lean, get your chest. There you go, right there. There, that's a little better. Now, show me chest up. So then we go from extension, this is the difference. So I'm here with external rotation, okay? Just like that. Now I'm going to go full stride, chest up on the mound, and do the same. We've already done that one, but go ahead and show it again. Full stride, chest up. This is all off the mound, throw into our catcher. We do all these. Most of them I make them throw to each other because our catchers are usually hitting, because our catchers, they just never get enough time to hit. So I make them hit during this. Now go separation. So then we go full stride separation. We'll do 3 of those. You're open too soon. That's a good checkpoint. If your catcher is catching a pitcher, and go ahead, you just throw one. If he's catching a pitcher, so like that's down, that's okay. But if they're missing side to side, they're typically missing side to side because, why then? Because you're losing what? Okay, can you show me one of those where you just kind of lose a little bit on the front side? Separation drill, just turn. Okay? He's missing arm side because he's flying open on the front side. Sometimes if a guy spikes one, glove side, it could be because, show me an elbow dive this way, like dive around this way. So you're going to rotate, you're going to dive. Okay, missing side to side. If something's happening with his front side elbow, to where his front side elbow isn't getting separated position. His front side elbow, when it's time for him to throw, it's not working down. Okay? It's working out. Oh, I'm sorry. Or it's working violently at an angle, it's causing his head to go over. Okay? And that'll happen. Watch your guys' face, watch your guys' nose. One thing that we try to teach them to do to keep their head straight, is we tell them, take your chin, put it behind your belt. Okay? If you put your chin behind your belt, your head's not going to move. You're going to be right there every time. Okay? Let's go lateral position. So this is a new one. This is a new drill for you guys. Lateral foot position, full stride. Okay? Now goes to the head, measures it. The lateral feet. Give me lateral feet. Yeah, both of them. Okay. So, who's the smart guy that can remember force vertex? You. Okay. Come over here. Gavin's force vertex pointing in the right direction?
That way?
Well, that way, right? Yeah, okay? So Gavin's ankle to knee is pointed in the right direction. When you get your force vertex pointing in the right direction, this is where you hit the gas, okay? Now, Gavin's shoes aren't tied, so I don't know what kind of gas he's going to have. But what Gavin's going to do here is we're going to get into a separated position, okay? I have to remind him every day to do that, okay? Why do we want to be here? Why should we be here? It's strong. It's stronger. It's more accurate. By the time your foot hits the ground, your elbow, the ball has to be above the elbow. By the time the foot hits the ground, when I go through my mechanics, and by the time my foot hits, the ball has to be somewhere about in this range right here. I'm not saying this range. I'm not saying here, but it's got to be somewhere in this window, right here. It cannot be right here. Otherwise, you'll be like every St. Louis Cardinal pitcher that ends up with a Tommy John and a torn labrum. Because that's what they teach. That's what they teach. That's part of their philosophy. Because they get here, and they want to be in this position right here. This is what we call the inverted W. They get into that inverted W so that they can crank even harder because the arm is going to externally rotate even more. And when that arm externally rotates even more, it's going to react even further forward. Chris Carpenter, what's another St. Louis guys? Waka. What's another one before Carpenter?
That's
Who's the guy? Wainwright. Every one of those guys. Thomas. Every one of them. And what's the new guy? Flaherty, whatever. I book it. Guarantee it. They'll have a Thomas here in 3 or 4 years. Guarantee it. They know it. They know they're doing it. They don't care. They don't care because they're going to win baseball games. And anymore, a guy will still get a Tommy. He's like, typically they'll come back stronger than when they went out. It's just a surgery. Not for you guys, it's not just a surgery, but for those major leaguers who have world-class training staffs or world-class nutritionists, it's just a surgery. It's just a bump in the road. Okay? Alright, so let's go lateral foot position. Alright, separated position. Here I am. Okay, that's a little better. I have to remind you a bunch of stuff. So what Gavin's going to do is he's going to load into that hamstring and that glute, keep his force vertex, and when it's time for his foot to come down, he's going to turn it to initiate hip rotation and throw. Go ahead. There it is. Perfect. And he's stable. We know he's stable because he's got a good break. Go ahead, good boy. You get a couple. Well, thank you. Every day. There you go. I'll tell you what, do it your way. Yeah, do it your way. Now, I'm not calling him. You gotta do it here. I'm not trying to call him out. I just want you to stand and watch out. Okay, so this is where Gavin, this is where he likes to be. Now me, the part of this is I'm concerned about Gavin's future. I'm concerned about what happens to Gavin's arm. I'm also concerned about Gavin's ability to throw strikes. Okay, go ahead. Now he's really going to concentrate on this. He's really going to concentrate and try to gain more strikes so he can say, I told you so this works. Do it again. But that's just Gavin, it's just what he does. Okay, so he's either way down or he's way up. The first one, can you do it my way, please? Not my way, but baseball's way. Okay. Alright, so that's called lateral position, full stride. Okay, and the reason we call it lateral position is because his feet, they're in a lateral position. Danny, come on over. The next drill that we do is called it's just a slide step. Okay, in this slide step, I wish I had a chair here. Can I have one of those? Bring one of those platforms over there. Give me the second to the tallest. Second to tallest. Now this is going to really blow your mind. Thank you, sir. Put it right here on the map. So Ben's action, what he's thinking about doing, go ahead and get into a set position. Now this is going to be a little bit, we're not actually going to do this full steam, is that he is going to have a movement to where he's thinking about sitting his bottom down on this thing. Okay? So go ahead and just do the mechanics and just take your rear right to it. Don't throw it. Okay? Now he's a little forward. Let me do it. I'm not going to throw it. I'm going to embarrass myself. Okay? So when I'm in my slide step mechanics, my first move is that my toe goes out. The reason my toe is going to go out is because when my foot moves in this direction, it automatically forces me to engage my glute, engage my hamstring. If my toe goes this way, it forces me to engage my quad. If I engage my quad, now I'm thinking about stabilizing, I'm not thinking about powering, being powerful. I'm going to be powerful. So when I go here, feet, yeah, we all say feet about shoulder width apart. Feet shoulder width apart, foot goes out, I can feel my glutes engage. And what's the first part of my body that moves forward? Let's see if you can tell. What part of my body moves forward first? My hips. My hips are moving forward first. So I want to have that mental visual, or that this visual for myself, that when I move forward, I don't want to hurt myself. I'm going to take a seat on it. Okay? So here's the other component. We're creating a tremendous amount of momentum going forward, which means, what's the first thing we really want to learn how to do is have a good what? Have a good break. Okay? So if I'm really flying forward, just have that image. I'm trying to sit down on that chair, and I'm here, and I want to make sure I have a good enough break to do that. Now I fell off to the side a little bit. I didn't even throw that ball hardly, guys. Like, I'm not even moving. And that's just out of a slide set. Okay? I don't even feel it in my arm. It's all mechanics. It's all lower half. Alright? So, go ahead and hit the slide step. Spin. Okay? First move, foot's going to come out. Now, when we say the foot out, we're not referring to like kick the door. Okay? We're saying there's a can on the side of the pool. Just kick the can. Okay? Kick the can in the pool and go. Now, another key here is make sure the weight's 50-50.